Welcome to Write Now Workshop Podcast, where you can write a book and change the world. I'm your host, Kitty Bucholtz, and this is episode 82, where Scrivener meets Vellum, coming to you on Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Let me start by saying, A, this will be very short, and B, possibly echoey, because C, we just moved into our new apartment. Yay! So excited. Can you hear the echoing? There's like nothing in this apartment, except if you're watching on YouTube, you see boxes behind me that are all of our, I can't make my finger point in the right direction in the camera. The boxes behind me just got delivered from IKEA. So we have a couch and we have a desk and a desk chair. So yay for that. And I am sitting at our our dining room table, which a friend very kindly gave us when he moved. And we have a bed. So yay, we can eat, we can sleep, we can work, we can watch TV. Life is good. But in the meantime, I cannot figure out how to get the internet connection because I still can't read Swedish. Yes, this is proving to be a problem. I don't understand how the people who have decided to live in this country without learning the language survive. I mean, it was bad enough when I couldn't read a menu or the directions on, the package of food that I bought, like the cooking directions. But I mean, I can't make the internet connect because I can't read the directions, and all the usual things that you do aren't working, like turn it on and off and reset. And yeah, so in any case, I can record the podcast, and I'm very sorry if it sounds echoey. Hopefully it doesn't sound as bad to you as it does to me. My sound problems just keep getting worse instead of better. I still can't figure out what's wrong with my microphone, and my other microphone is still on the ship. So, note to self, stop moving. Okay, so I have something really cool to tell you about today, though. Yay! As soon as I got this email, I was like, oh, that's what I have to talk about on Tuesday, just in case, A, you don't have these two programs, or B, you don't read your emails, which, sometimes I don't either. But I got this email from Vellum on June 22nd, so just a few days ago, 2018. And it says in the subject line, in case you want to search your email and see if you got one too, great news for Scrivener and Vellum users. And then when you open it up, it is indeed great news, because it's saying that in Scrivener 3, and specifically 3.0.3, so if you bought Scrivener 3 but you don't have automatic updates turned on, you might need to. In Scrivener 3, you have a new compile format choice that will automatically produce a docx file, especially for Vellum, and it's under Vellum Export. So if you've been using Scrivener, you know that you usually go to File, Compile, and then there's a whole bunch of choices for PDF, Print, Word, OpenOffice, Kindle, EPUB, a whole bunch of them, some HTML type stuff, and now one of the new choices is Vellum Export. Now, if you do or don't use Vellum, let me just tell you real briefly. So Vellum is currently available only for Mac. Sorry, Windows people. And the last time that I was asking questions to those fellows in particular, or listening to podcasts or whatever when they're talking, they had not yet decided to put Vellum for Windows on the production queue yet, because they just wanted to make sure they had one product that was really, really great instead of two products that were only half good because they had two products instead of one. So if you have a Mac, or you have access to somebody else's Mac and you can use Vellum, it's at vellum.pub, vellum.pub, like publish, pub. Okay, vellum.pub, check it out. The interesting thing about Vellum, and I'm talking now to people who don't use it or don't know about it yet, is that if you have a Mac, you can go to that website, scroll down, read all the cool stuff it does, go to that website. You can download the software onto your computer for free. So they let you totally try it out. You only have to pay for it if you're like, this is awesome, which, trust me, you're going to think this is awesome after all the other things that I've done over the last 7 years to create EPUB files and Mobi files for the Kindle. Vellum is quick, easy, and gorgeous. And even one of the things that I was dying for them to make into one of their options that hadn't been an option for the first long time that I was using it, is I used to put a cool little icon as the scene separator in chapters that had more than one scene. So in Little Miss Lovesick, it's about a woman who goes on a fishing trip and falls in love, basically. It's chick lit, so it makes sense. And so in between scenes, I would have this little fish. And for the superhero books, in between scenes, I had the POW symbol, like out of a comic book. But you couldn't do that in Vellum. But I heard recently that now you can. So I'm super excited to hurry up and write another book so I can do some more publishing. Now, so what would happen is if you're normally writing in Scrivener, you would write in Scrivener, then you have to save it to a Microsoft Word file. Then you make sure your Microsoft Word file looks okay. Then you export it into Vellum or import it into Vellum. It was more of a 3-step process. Wasn't that big of a deal. I just hated having to open Scrivener and Word and Vellum just to get my final book file into Vellum so that I could create my ebooks. So I haven't tried this yet because of all the moving. I haven't actually upgraded to Scrivener 3 yet, only because I had an old computer that had Scrivener 2 and wasn't going to be able to upgrade to Scrivener 3. And I was going back and forth between using my new laptop and my old desktop to write. And I just didn't want to not be able to write on my old desktop. So then I got a new desktop. But then I started moving. So now I'm finally going to upgrade to Scrivener 3, and I'll be able to use this wonderful function. So I wanted to tell you about it, because if you are using Scrivener, and again, it doesn't matter if you're using Scrivener for Windows, because Vellum doesn't have a Vellum for Windows at this point, as of June 2018. But, if this is not June 2018, go look on their website and see if it's in development yet. So if you have Scrivener for Mac, then you have the opportunity to use Vellum because you have a Mac. And so now you can immediately create the file that gets imported into Vellum. And as soon as I actually have a chance to use it, I will let you know. But in case you're not checking your email, I wanted to make sure you knew this fabulous tip, because I'm super excited. It's just going to make it one more step easier. And it says that with Vellum, the current version is 2.2.2 as of June 2018. It says with Vellum 2, links and formatting options like block quotations and sans serif will import perfectly. So if you're writing nonfiction, you're more likely to have block quotations or other interesting weird formatting. Fiction's pretty straightforward, but it's saying that all of your links and formatting options should import perfectly. Yay! So there you go. Now you have another tip/trick that you can put in your writing toolbox. There we go. I hope it is helpful for you. I hope you're nearly as excited as I am about it. And also, if you haven't upgraded from Scrivener 2 to Scrivener 3, give a look at what all the possibilities are. This is the first time that they have asked you to pay for the upgrade, but it's ridiculously reasonable. It's only $25 to upgrade. Yay! I almost want to start naming off all the companies that I think should take a hint on the reasonably priced upgrade, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be nice, not call them out in public. So if you are thinking about upgrading, go check out what the Scrivener 3 differences are. If you have an old computer, make sure that it's compatible before you start playing around with doing an upgrade. You don't want to download Scrivener 3 and then find out that now you've kind of screwed things up, because I don't know what would happen, because I knew that my old computer wouldn't use it. Almost positive. I'm sure I looked it up at some point. Moving takes a lot of my brain space right now. But I wanted you to know to go check things out, because there's some really great options, totally worth the $25 if you have a computer that will handle Scrivener 3. Apparently it's supposed to look prettier and be easier to use, and that will be very helpful to a lot of people too. Okay, those are my tips. I have to go finish unpacking all these boxes. Hopefully all that goes smoothly and I don't I'm not worried. I just have to be careful and go slowly so I don't cut myself with the scissors because I don't have a box cutter and I don't know where to buy one in Sweden, and so that I don't accidentally cut open the couch with the scissors as I'm opening the box. So that's what I'm going to do this week. I hope you have something fun to do this week. Remember to tune in on Thursday when Laura Drake is here to give us some tips on pitching. It's conference season. There's a lot of agents and editors out there willing to take your pitch. And that reminds me, just so that you know, I just heard, and I don't have the information in front of me, that Hallmark is going to be publishing cozy mysteries and sweet romances. So something to check out. There was a thread on Twitter, and then they also have a website, which I don't have in my brain right this second, but I will try to remember to put a link to it in the show notes. So that's another opportunity for pitching. So listen on Thursday. Laura will tell us what we can do to make a great pitch. Have an excellent week. Hopefully the next time I talk to you, I will have more furniture put together and my new apartment will still be as awesome, but less echoey. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.